So Prahlad Maharaj is answering, no, just like some envious person is killed, so everybody is happy, there is nothing wrong when some evil person is killed. And now you can release, give up your anger, because you are this angry form remembered later on also. Everything that Lord does is eternal, right? So Lord's angry, so we should be remembered later by devotees. So Prabhupada writes, the devotees can always remember when they are in danger. Therefore, the appearance of Narasimha was not at all inauspicious. Krishna killing is beneficial for other people also, and the person being killed also gets benefit. Because if he were not to be killed by Narasimha, he would have gone to hell, right, for his atrocities. So Krishna is benefactory to everybody. So whatever violence also God performs, it is for the benefit of everybody. Benefit of the person involved in violence, victims of violence, so-called, or other people. Everybody gets benefit. One time, I think Radhesham Prabhu shares this story, where one minister's wife came to NVCC temple. And she saw, how many have you visited Pune, NVCC? So there are diorama outside the temple, different pastimes. So people, last pastime is Krishna is there driving the chariot of Arjuna. So she said, this thing I didn't like. So he said, what did you not like? She said, Krishna motivated Pandavas to fight with Kauravas, and because of which there is so much war, so many people killed. And this thing I didn't like. Anyway, Pandavas were saintly people, they would have lived in forest happily. And Duryodhana was not bad as a king, so she was saying it. So Radhesham Prabhu gave an answer. He said, have you heard the term Yatha Raja Tatha Praja? Just the way the king's citizens will follow the behavior of the king. If Duryodhana were to be king, can you imagine what would have happened to the society? Tomorrow your neighbor would insult you and nobody would say anything. Would that be good? So she's thought and she said, no. Good that Krishna engaged them in fight. At least people are sober now. So therefore, whatever God does, Krishna does, it creates violence or whatever, violence is good for the society. Order in the society comes backwards. Okay. Prabhupada is encouraging, therefore, wherever you see scorpion or snake, you should give. It's not like that. Give it there, send to the snake. So he creates a sarpa yajna, performs sarpa yajna. All the snakes should fall in this yajna. He asked different rishis, and Takshak was also about to fall. Takshak took shelter of Indra. Trying to give protection to Takshak by holding him. So Rishi said, Janmeja said, what is happening? Why Takshak is not following him? So Rishi said, Indra is giving protection to him, but don't worry, our mantras are so powerful that Takshak will fall and along with that Indra will also fall into this fire. And then, I think, who is it? Dhaumyamudi who comes? Huh? One sage comes. Shandilya, who some sage comes, and he stops the yajna. He said that just to save your father from one snake, I have taken so many snakes. Stop this yajna. Let your father die. Because earlier days the kings would listen to wishes. So yes. Starts here. So that everybody will fall into it. Or when after Parishit Maharaj, it is from after Parishit Maharaj. And then Indra is trying to give protection to Takshak, and then he says that stop this sacrifice. And then, as a revenge, not as a protective measure, as a revenge. Even Dhruva Maharaj tried to take revenge because one Yaksha killed his brother. He is trying to kill all Yaksha killed. So such violence is not required. So who comes and pacifies Dhruva Maharaj says that don't do that. And he offers benediction for not doing that. Remember this is 7, 9, 14. Okay? This is 7, 9, 14. 7.9.14. Where he says that sages become happy when scorpions and snakes are killed. Therefore, my father Hiranyakashipu was killed. It is befitting that all demigods are happy. Now 7, 14, 9. Very interesting. Can you take out 7, 14, 9? We discussed 7, 9, 14, right? 7, 14, 9. Exactly opposite verse. Narad Muni tells Yudhishthira Maharaj, I will read it. You have it? Can you read it?
One should treat animals such as deer, camels, asses, monkeys, mice, snakes, birds, and flies exactly like one's own son. How little difference there actually is between children and these most of them.
This is essential householder saying that one should treat animals such as deer, camel, ass, monkey, mice, snakes exactly like one's own son. Let us feed them also. Nowadays also they do sometimes maths actually they take out some milk for snakes also. Earlier they used to do it. How little difference is there between children and innocent animals? So this is exactly opposite, right? So Yudhishthira Maharaj. So actually the principle is treat everyone with compassion. Only when they go out of control, then take some remedy. Okay. Like poisonous snake goes out of control, comes inside the house. Then one can take the remedy. First of all, Sarpamitra or somebody that is not working is about to bite somebody, then one can kill the snake. Otherwise, one should treat the snake also with compassion. That's what he says. Means you don't go in forest to search poisonous snake. That's what we do. Okay? This is third point.
I'm certainly not afraid of your ferocious mouth and tongue. Your eyes bright like the sun, or your brawny eyebrows. I do not fear your sharp, pinching teeth, your guardian of intestine, your name soaked in blood, and your eye pale like fuel. Not the fear your tumultuous roaring, which makes elephants flee and stun blessings, or your nails, which are meant to kill your enemies.
Killed Hiranyakashipu, took out his intestine, wore as a necklace, mala, garland. So, Allah says, I don't become fearful seeing this. Imagine somebody wearing intestines. So when Krishna does that is also beautiful. Sundari ki masundara. Narasimhadev, even when his whole body is tainted with blood of Hiranyakashipu, wearing the intestines of Hiranyakashipu, very fierce form, still it is beautiful. That is inconceivable power of Krishna. This form, eternal form. Yes.
Already
Going on this pastime, yes.
or this is also true. It is that he is aware
In Vaikuntha.
spiritual world.
Yes.
So how can I say this Kurma for this concept for
See, one thing is, all these, they have their own Vaikuntha in spirituality. Their own Vaikuntha. Kurmadev will have his own Kurma Vaikuntha. And Siddha will have his own Vaikuntha. So they have their own Vaikuntha there. Yaya Purya Bhagavata Priya. Tasta Sakti Vaikuntha. Tattat Leela Leelartham Adrita. There is one shlok in Padma Purana, I think. Whatever cities or towns are there on the earth which are dear to Krishna are also present in Vaikuntha. Every. That means Hastinapur is dear to Krishna, and it is also present in Vaikuntha. Okay. Of course, Mathura, Vrindavan, Ayodhya are present only. But even Yaya Pure Bhagavata Priya, whatever places are dear to Krishna on the earth are also present in Vaikuntha or as Vaikuntha. Okay. So Krishna's pastimes go on there separately and in different incarnations. And at the same time, the expanded forms, same Lord appears on the Bhumandal. He performs different pastimes according to his time of appearance. Like usually, the incarnations like Narasimhadev, Matsya, they come in Satya Yuga or during the Satya Yuga. Usually, the Ramchandra incarnation comes during the Yuga. And like that, in another Brahmanda, there is another Ayodhya. So, as soon as some Brahmanda, Ram Leela is also going on. And this Ayodhya, Ram Leela is going on as Aprakata. Ayodhya that you see now, Sharayu, Ayodhya. Here it is going on as Aprakata. But in some Brahmanda it is Prakat going on. So not that same Ravan comes to be killed again. There may be some other demon who is also killed. Okay. Otherwise, poor Ravan will again and again have to go to spiritual world again, come back as Ravan. Go to spiritual world and change again, come back as Ravan. It doesn't happen like that. Nor there is another. Some say that some soul has to fall from Vaikuntha to become Ravan or something. That is also not true. Okay. So it's not that all the time somebody is cursed in Vaikuntha and then he becomes Ravan and then Vishnu or something. Okay. That is also clarified by Krishna. Yes, ma'am. Just please complete. Yes. So there are also various ones.
how they instrumented the Lord like many with friendship.
Oh, see, it is mentioned that in Vaikuntha, those who are devotees of Kurma, they take forms like Kurma. Those who are those who are worshipping Matsya Dev, they are taking forms like Matsya. This is okay. They have some form like that. Narasimha like form. Like form, not Narasimha form. Sarvapaya. That is mentioned below Kavatam. Clearly, yes. Little variation. Yeah, that is called kalpa variations. Like in some kalpas, Krishna marries Rukmini in Dwarka. Kidnaps Rukmini from Kaundinyapur, takes her to Dwarka and marries. In some kalpas, Krishna takes Rukmini to Mathura, and first marriage of Krishna takes place in Mathura. You see, there is a variation. So there, before even the attack of Jarasandha, Krishna kidnaps Rukmini first there and marries Rukmini there in Mathura only. And then Jarasandha attacking pastime takes place and then he goes to Dwarka. See, so it's a clear variation, right? So Rukmini is taken from Kaundinyapur to Mathura by Krishna. And in Mathura the marriage takes place. So there are variations. There are millions of avatars, not just Dashavatara. It is mentioned Sarasya Kulya, as many as waves of ocean, more than are the incarnations of Krishna. Inconceivable. So it is mentioned Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Anantarupam means unlimited forms. Going on. Exactly. Those which involve this kind of training, those who require this kind of training, like for Dhruva Maharaj, no such training, separate training was required, so he directly went to Vaikuntha. And kind of this kind of Vaikuntha. So there are certain, like to go to Vaikuntha, Salokya Mukti, one doesn't require a kind of training. Especially for Raganuga Bhakti, this training is required. Does it make sense? So I will first explain why the training is required. The training is required because one needs to establish one's family first. In Raganuga Bhakti, one needs to establish which Gopa family do I belong to before attaining eternal connection with Krishna. So therefore this in between Rama Vrindavan Leela has to take place. But to attain 400 Vishnu-like form, Sarupya Mukti, such training not required. Directly one goes, it doesn't matter which family one belongs. Does it make sense? In case of Vaikuntha, it's not, mostly it is not required. It's not required to take training somewhere. Or it could be thought that whatever training is performing while attaining bhav, that itself is sufficient training. Those who are performing Raganuga Bhakti, for them the second training is also required, which is in between training. Okay? They are planners. They also keep coming. Yes. It is mentioned that if the Leela requires them, they come. Like for Ramchandra's Leela, Hanumanji is required, Dasharatha Maharaj is required, Kaushalya Devi is required. So for Ramchandra's Leela, they come. And sometimes they are not required. Like Matsya Dev, he single-handedly performs the pastimes and goes. If required, they will come. If not required, they won't come. For that particular Leela, If the associates are required, they will come. If associates are not required, they won't come. Very simple. Okay, we'll be moving forward. Yes, last question. Yes,
When you were now here, when you were also planning
Kaliyugas, actually other planets do not have the yuga the way we have. They have their own way of, just like the 6 months here is like a half day there. So like a part time. And Janalok, Tapalok, they are not affected by any of the yugas there. You can think that almost like all yugas are like Satyayuga. In Satyalok, this is Brahmaji's Lok, Janalok, Tapalok, everybody is Rishi there. So they are not dependent on seasons, they are not dependent on. So basically, earthly planet only mainly this Chaturyuga concept is mainly applicable. But of course, the demigods do feel the effect of Kali Yuga in their planets because people are not performing sacrifices. So Swarga people, they do feel the effect of Kali Yuga, but as such, Kali Yuga is not ruling Swarga. Kali Yuga rules earthly planet. Okay. And let's see. And it is mentioned that Kalim Sabhaj and Intiyar. Those who are chanting, they don't also feel effect of Kalim. And effect of Yamaraj also. Rastos Menam Drupanavatsa Lussahodra Samsara Chakradana Samapaniva Vadda Svakarma Vishakamate Grimuna Vido Pavachakaram Vivekananu.
No most powerful things around the Lord, who are kind to the fallen souls. I have been put into the isolation of demons as the result of my activities, and therefore I am very afraid of the condition of life in this present world. When will that moment come when you be called to the shelter of protest, which are the ultimate goal for liberation from conditional life?
In short, he is saying, I am not afraid of your fear storm, I am afraid of fear storm of Maya. Samsara Chakra Kadana. So when will you bring me to your lotus feet so that I will be free from this? So interesting, this verse he says, I am afraid of Maya. In 2 verses later he will say, I am not afraid of Maya. So how to understand this? At times he says, I am afraid of Maya. 3 verses later, just 2-3 verses later, he says, I am not afraid of Maya. Then why is he saying here, I am afraid of Maya? Huh? If I forget you, I'll be afraid of Maya. The thing is, devotee undergoes waves of spiritual ecstasy. So in that spiritual ecstasy, sometimes he thinks himself to be conditioned soul. Wave of ecstasy. He is not a conditioned soul, but he thinks that, oh, I am a conditioned soul, Maya is after me. What will happen to me? Please protect me. And then he goes to the high of the spiritual wave. But he thinks that, hey, I am always hearing your pastime. Maya has no power to touch me. Then again he goes down. Oh, but I am so fallen, please protect me. It's a wave of spiritual ecstasy. Where sometimes he's up, sometimes he's down. But he's always up. Spiritually. One time Prabhupada was asked by one disciple about what, because Prabhupada was standing in front of deity of Krishna. And what are you praying? So he said, before that something happened where he said that I am not afraid of Maya because Maya cannot do anything to me. And then he was praying. Then the disciple asked, what are you praying for? I am praying that please protect me from Maya. So that idea is always taking shelter of Krishna. It is a safe way to be protected from Maya. And a devotee never thinks, even if Nityasiddha devotee doesn't always think that I am immune to Maya. Like Haridas Thakur mentions, oh, I was supposed to go to hell, you protected me and sent to Vaikuntha. But he initiated Maya. With the Krishna now. And Kaviraj Goswami says, don't be surprised that Maya is asking initiation from Haridas Thakur. He says that Maya dasi prema मांगे इथे की विस्मय साधु कृपा नाम बिना प्रेम नहीं प्रेम ना जन्म. So one requires sadhu kripa. Even if she is Maya Devi, she requires sadhu kripa to have Krishna. And now to have Krishna. Okay. Here comes the next one. Yasmat priyatya yoga samyoga janma Gopalvinam sapayo shiyamana Dukha shadam kamatadhyam Gomanva kamale hadarsayogam.
Oh great one, oh supreme God, because of combination, inclusion of disciplinary circumstances, and because of separation from them, one is placed in the most regrettable position within heavenly or heaven planets, as if burning in the fire of lamentation. Although there are many remedies lavished to get out of miserable life, many such remedies in the material world are more miserable and misery to themselves. Therefore, I think the only remedy is to engage in your service, kindly instead in such service.
The fact is that in material life, whether one is miserable or happy, both conditions are miserable. If one really wants happy life, blissful life, one must become Krishna conscious and constantly engage in transcendental loving service of Krishna. That is real remedy. So, the nature of this world is full of miseries. One cannot expect happiness here. Any happiness is just imagination. So there is one joke where one patient in asylum is holding an ice cube. And the doctor comes and he asks, "What are you doing?" He says, "Shh, I am concentrating. He is going to concentrate." The doctor goes away. After that, again he comes and this fellow in the asylum patient, mentally handicapped, he again is holding the ice cube. And doctor says, "Arey, for long he is holding the ice cube. What is he doing?" So what are you doing? Didn't I tell you, don't disturb me, I am observing something. I am making some observation. So after some time he comes, again he sees him holding ice cube. What are you doing? So says, "Doctor, for a long time I am observing, there is water leaking out of it, but I don't see the hole." So that is the situation in the material world. We try to find it where the misery is coming from, where the misery is coming from. And the world itself is misery. How come there we can find misery where it is coming from? The world is a misery. Material world is designed to give misery, and we are asking where the misery is coming from. Something like we are finding hole in the ice cube, where it is coming from, leakage. The whole ice is melting. That's problem. Okay. So only remedy is Krishna consciousness. Jiva Goswami mentions this in Bhakti Sandarbha. The disease, infection happens because of forgetfulness of Krishna. So a very natural remedy will be remembrance of Krishna. If forgetfulness is a disease, what is the remedy? Remembrance. So to remember Krishna, smartavya satatam Krishna, विस्मर्तव्यो न जातु चेत् सर्वविधि निषेधास्युः एतयोरेव किङ्करः. All the rules and regulations. Rules means do's and regulations means don'ts. Yam niyam vidhi nishedha. Rules, regulations. So all these are meant to remember Krishna and not forget Krishna. It is scary to think, at least for me, how much time I remember Krishna. Very few seconds, I don't know, in a day. Very, very scary situation. Because it is mentioned, like never forget Krishna. So, Prabhupada writes, everyone should be eager to return home, back to God. This is previous Prabhupada, of course. Taking shelter of lotus feet of Krishna. Be trained in Krishna consciousness. So here he mentions that there can be no happiness in changing one's material conditions. For everywhere there is trouble and misery. Those who are in India, in villages, they think that we will go to town and become happy. Those who are in town, they think we will go to cosmopolitan city. The four cities like Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, Madras, Chennai. Then we will be happy. And those who are there, they think we will go abroad. Maybe Dubai or somewhere, Muscat or US or Europe, and we will become happy. And those who are staying there, they're planning on moon. On moon we will be happy. So no happiness anywhere, because the very assumption is wrong. The soul is not compatible with material world. So there are three layers of illusion. First layer of illusion, one superimposes happiness upon distress. Okay? That means one imagines that I am happy. Okay? This first layer of illusion. There are four types of avidya, four effects of avidya. Did I mention this before? What is the avidya? Means ignorance. In ignorance, one tries to become happy in this world. Okay? What are the four types of ignorance? Considering impure to be pure. Okay? That is trying to enjoy this material filthy body, which is full of stool and urine and other things. Considering impure to be pure. Considering temporary to be permanent. Okay? Considering misery to be happiness. And fourth one I always forget. Considering temporary to be permanent. Considering non-self to be the self. Is the fourth. So considering impure to be pure, misery to be happiness, impermanent to be permanent, non-self to be self. So that these are four types of ignorance. So we can see these are four layers of ignorance. First of all, we call misery to be happiness. This is first. Impure to be pure. Next level, I think that sense coming in contact with sense object, I think that because of that I am happy. Because all my senses are material, they come in contact with some other material. And then I think that this is my happiness. Okay, so this is second layer of it. And third layer of happiness is, third layer of illusion is that thinking that I am supposed to be the enjoyer, first of all. This is the third. Although I am supposed to be enjoyed, being the Tatastha Shakti of Krishna. So third layer is thinking that I am Bhokta. Although I am Bhoga. Bhoga thinks that I am Bhokta. Bhogya thinks I am Bhokta. That is the problem. Ramayacharya mentions, Shesha thinks I am Sheshi. Shesha means I am supposed to be the remnant of the Lord. He thinks that I am Sheshi, I am supposed to be the enjoyer of this. So this is the problem with this word. And only remedy is remembering that I am servant of Krishna. Self, consider non-self to be the self. Body to be the self. The mental body or physical body to be the self. And it's a deep illusion. Deep illusion because imagine somebody coming to me and saying something bad about me. So now, again my mental existence becomes disturbed because of that. How could you say this? How could you say that? Because this is very deep rooted. Only after a long practice of devotional service, slowly one understands that I am not neither physical body nor material body. I am simply the servant of Krishna. Before we fully realize that, we have to struggle to see honor and dishonor equally, happiness and distress equally. Only after a long practice of sincere practice of devotional service can one actually come to the position where somebody comes to me, says something, nothing happens to me. That thing only comes when my whole attention is in serving Krishna. So next verse.
I shall become completely uncontaminated by the association of the three modes of the nature, the events, the chant, the glories of the Devarshi who are so dear to me. I am sure the chant of glory forming exactly the distincts of Lord Dharma and exactly sensation. In this way, I shall undoubtedly be able to cross the ocean of missiles.
So it's easy to hear your Leela. Why? Because you are priya. It's easy to hear katha about somebody who is dear to us. Right? So हम प्रिय सुरुदा. On top of that, you are my friend. Para devata hai. On top of that, you are para devata. Okay? You are my dear, well-wisher and wishing friend. On top of that, you are the supreme Lord who is capable of giving me protection. Leela katha stavan dusra biriche Leela. Not only me, even Brahmaji singing your glories. Anjasitami, very quickly I can become Guna Vipra, free from modes of material nature. By hearing Krishna Katha. Durgani ke pada vibhaga hamsa. In association of devotees who are like swans who are relishing the nectar of your lotus feet. Swans like lotuses. Okay? Therefore, for Saragrahi, the example is given of that swan or bumblebee. And for those without discrimination, the example is given as hawk or crow or ass. They have no discrimination, they eat anything. But swan will take only nectar. In this world, they will accept only Krishna. Again, but Anukulana is important. Continuously hear. It's not that hearing for some time and then alam would be. So, it is mentioned by the Rishis that we need to be drowned inside the river of Krishna. Then the vulture of Maya will cannot attack. The fish is down at the bottom of the ocean, deep ocean or deep river. then the falcon or the ocean of Maya cannot grab us from there. Only when we are at the surface, she sees us and easily picks us up. As mentioned, दैवी ही एषा गुणमयी माया दुरत्यया मामेव प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति. So very beautiful understanding by different acharyas of this. Okay. First, I will present acharya's understanding. Then my little take on this wording. Okay. So acharya has mentioned दैवी ही एषा गुणमयी. दैवी means this is Jiva is thinking I am Deva or the enjoyer. So the Devi means one who is facilitating his enjoyment. Devi, Yesha, Gunamayi. Gunamayi means ropes or Gunamayi means boards. Ropes means binding. Guna also means ropes. Mama Maya Duratya. My Maya. Therefore nobody can cross it. Duratya. Therefore because she is my Maya, only by surrendering it to me, Maya Metam Taranti. So, Chakravartipad mentions, Mahameva ye prapadyante means Krishna is touching his heart and saying, Arjuna, trust me. If you surrender it to me, you will cross over. I will take care of you. Mahameva ye prapadyante. Maya Metam Taranti. Baldev Devarshi writes, Taranti means Maya is considered like ocean. When taking shelter of Krishna, ocean becomes like the puddle created by cows, calves, not even cows, calves, they were so small. Vatsa. And then Madhusudan Saraswati interprets. Those who are taking shelter of Krishna, Maya knows that he has a remedy for me. Therefore, she doesn't do that role. Just like a prostitute doesn't go near a sage, angry sage, knowing that I will be cursed with the fear of getting cursed. That is analogy. Okay. Now, when I thought about this verse, some of my thoughts, if you like it, please accept. If you don't, then reject it. Krishna, remember what is he saying? Devi hi esha Gunamayi. He doesn't say sa. He doesn't say that Maya. He says this Maya. Devi hi esha Gunamayi. So what I thought about it, esha means just like Krishna is present everywhere, Maya is also present everywhere. So therefore he is saying esha, this Maya. Gunamayi. No Maya. Okay? Maya is also all pervading. Therefore, he is not referring to some distant object. That Maya. This Maya, esha, maybe esha Gunamayi. This one. And second thing I thought, because Arjuna is a devotee, he cannot see Maya. Therefore, Krishna has to point it out. Esha, this Maya. And third, I thought, Maya is afraid, she is shy to come in front of Krishna. So she is at the back of Krishna. So Krishna has to bring her forward. This Maya, maybe Esha, because she doesn't come in front of Krishna. Remember this verse? Maya stays at the back of Krishna. So he has to bring her front and show that this Maya, maybe Esha, there it is. And we'll today cover the last verse, which is also one of my favorite verses. Balasya neha sharanam viravana simha natasya tatudharmadhumajjatono tatasya tatpratyayajasneshta stavad nirodhanakam pekshina. Somebody? Last question?
I know. Because of a bodily conception of life, the modern souls, neglected and not cared for by you, cannot do anything for their betterment. Whatever remedies they accept, although perhaps temporarily beneficial, are certainly impermanent. For example, a father and mother cannot protect their child. A physician and medicine cannot relieve a suffering patient. And a boat on the ocean cannot protect a drowning man.
Prabhupada writes, therefore, unless one is protected by mercy of Lord, no remedial measure can activate it. One should consequently depend only on causeless mercy of Lord. Our humble attempt to propagate Krishna consciousness movement all over the world is the only remedy that can bring about peace and happy life. Prabhupada mentions here. So, in fact, other acharyas are mentioning that the parents are not protector of children. Sometimes they become cause of death of child. Especially in Kali Yuga, the parents are only killing the children in the home. So then sometimes the medicine is not the cure. Sometimes medicine kills the patient. And the boat is not the cause of drowning man, saving the drowning man. Sometimes the sinking boat itself drowns the person. Similarly, those who are neglected by you, O Narasimhadev, they will, no remedial measures will do. Prabhupada mentions this Krishna consciousness movement is like the urgent welfare needed. Okay? So, with one pastime we will end. So, Srila Prabhupada was meeting Saraswati Thakur at Ultadanga Junction Road, and as soon as he offered obeisances about to get up, Saraswati Thakur said that, why you are an educated young man, why don't you preach the gospels of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Western world? So Prabhupada argued that who will listen to the message of Krishna consciousness when we are dependent on British? So once we will have independence, then people will listen. So Saraswati Thakur mentioned that in material world there is nothing can stop. What he says is Krishna consciousness cannot stop, wait for any political power change. Krishna consciousness is an urgency. It cannot wait for power change. And we can see that after how many 75 years, more than 75 years of freedom, are people not in Maya? Have all the problems solved? They will always be in Maya. Unless there is Krishna consciousness, they will always be lost. Huh? Much in trouble. So, Saraswati Thakur was right. It was not, political change will not do anything to alleviate the condition of Maya. Okay, now your people are ruling, so they will be more considerate, that's all fine. But it won't stop Jnana Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, it won't stop lust, anger, greed, illusion that I am suffering from. Only Krishna consciousness is not given. So that is the crux of this. And with this we will conclude. Thank you so much for long time I will serve you. Nice. Question? Yeah, one question.
First, many blessings comes and usually we can humble. Can you just clarify